Steph here. I am in the car with my husband. We are on the way to go Xeriscape, a huge park strip. This park strip is about 10 feet wide and 100 feet long on one side, and then the other side 10 feet wide and another 50 feet. So about 1,400 square feet total. I'm so nervous. I'm so excited. Last night I wasn't sure if I couldn't sleep because of the two, but it is my first big project, and so I hope she likes it. The goal with this project was to plant things that are really water-wise, that are tough, can handle the cold, and don't require a lot of maintenance. This road is really bouncy, so I feel like I was on a roller coaster for a minute. So this is going to be kind of a minimalistic park strip. My goal is to have a lot of color from spring until fall with different textures. So some of the plants we're going to be putting in the ground are salvia, which give a great early spring color, and if you deadhead them, they will give you blooms all the way until fall. And then there's some sedum. It holds a lot of its water in its leaves, so this provides awesome texture, and it's one of the latest blooming flowers, so you'll get blooms well into fall. And then we have some grasses, we have some catmint. I'm so excited to show you this new variety of agastache. It's a royal raspberry, also known as hyssop. It is so beautiful. Anyways, we are going to be there in a minute. So we have 100 plants we've got to put in the ground, so this is going to be really fun in 95-degree weather. And then we've got to add a bunch of mulch. Okay, we have just arrived. I'm going to show you a little before on both sides. So you can see here it's quite a massive park strip. Up where I live, these park strips are only about 4 feet deep, so these are huge. And if everybody wants to do these, that is a pretty good water saving method all along these neighborhoods. So this is going to be a lot of plants. And then over here is, we've been going through the most intense heat wave. Fall is a great time to plant, and it is still really hot though. It's 94 degrees. The last 10 days it's been 100 plus degrees, and that is record setting for where I live. And right here is the other area that we have going on here. We're gonna plant 3 trees right there to balance it out, and then they want 2 little pathways to walk over there. They're gonna use some cement stones that they chose out. And then right here, another little pathway, because their kids walk in and out right there all the time. Okay, so I'm gonna start laying out these plants and get them in the ground. So it is going to start cooling down after today, and that's why we're putting them in the ground. And normally it's a little bit cooler by now, so you want to kind of plant when the weather is not so hot. It will be okay for a day or two. They have a drip line they're going to put in, so they'll just keep them nice and saturated and hand water them with a hose at the beginning. Okay guys, my face is red. Holy crap, I need some water. It's hot out here, but I kind of wanted to show you a little update. We've got them laid out, and we're starting to dig in there. There are cute little pathway stones that have been set in place, and the trees are starting to get dug. This soil is rock hard, really hard to dig in, so we have got to let every hole soak a little bit, and then it's still pretty hard. We can only get about 3 inches on the surface, and then we kind of just got to get through it the best we can. So here is the layout. Okay, so here are the Kwanzaa cherries. There's 3 of them, and they're just spaced out evenly. And then he got a killer deal on these stones. A lady was getting rid of them. I don't know why she would, because they're awesome. They're normally $4 a stone. He got them for maybe $1 or $2. So he's gonna have 2 of these and put mulch in between. We got cute alliums right there. Look how cute they are along that pathway. And those bloom in the summer. These are the later blooming alliums, and they have the cutest little purple flowers. This is the Medusa and the lavender bubbles. The lavender bubbles blooms later, late summer, so we're gonna have some succession blooms of alliums. This is the Medusa, and it blooms in summer. So we'll have some summer and late summer allium, however you want to call them. And then this sedum I'm really excited about. This is the Matrona sedum, and they'll get nice and big, about 24 inches tall. And then we got some powwow white cone flowers right here. So the goal was just to have it cohesive in patterns, but natural. So you have your lavender, some salvia, this cone flower, that sedum, and then 3 trees. And then right there, I'm gonna put 3 bunny grasses right there, 3 fountain grasses right there. And then some of that allium right here, some more lavender, some more coneflower, all the same thing. We have about 5 to 7 of those, so it'll be a nice big mass of them. And these are done blooming, and they don't look so good when late in the summer. They're kind of getting tired of being in their containers, but these have cute little white coneflowers. They get about 24 inches tall. So this will be a nice naturalized group of coneflowers. More salvia. So there is a cluster of 5. So we're doing 5 salvia in each group. And then another pathway right here with that allium. So these are just so cute. Some more of that Matrona sedum. Some more fountain grass that we're gonna put in right here. And then some more of that coneflower. which I love the white powwow coneflower. It gets about 24 inches tall. I think I already said that, right? And this stuff divides really well. Some more of that salvia and lavender. So we're gonna have a nice big mass of lavender right here. So everything's gonna have different bloom times. That salvia will come in the spring. This will come in the summer. Those coneflowers will kind of go from summer until late summer. And then this Matrona is a late fall blooming one. So can you imagine when all of this fills up, pathway, and you have all this cohesive purples, pinks, and white colors going throughout. So if you notice the soil, it is really clay. There's not a lot of loaminess going on. Plants that I put in here really like this soil, or they're okay. They're not really too high maintenance when it comes to their soil. So the next step is finish planting these, get some mulch on, and then I'll show you the end result. I've got to go get some water first and take a little break. I've never seen a hole dug like this before. It is dry. Huh?
Said you need to get out more.
There's a deep hole we've got to dig there, huh? Nice. Right here we have Agastache. It's this new variety from Proven Winners that I am in love with. I'm gonna try and get it in my yard. It's meant to be royal raspberry. I love hyssop. It's also known as hyssop, and it gets about 28 to 32 inches tall and wide. So we're just gonna do a beautiful drift along this edge. We are gonna make this front of our house area a little bit fuller since she'll see it all the time. She won't see what's over there. But I love this color for fall. This comes out late summer to fall. So it's one of the later blooming perennials. These are really drought tolerant. They're pollinating plants. They're gonna attract a lot of bees. And I'm hoping a few hummingbirds, but I'm not sure. That'd be awesome if she could see them. She's mowing her lawn, so I apologize for that noise in the background. But I really like this hyssop because the leaves are burgundy. The blooms will keep its color after they dry out, so it provides a lot of fall interest. And it's just a really beautiful plant. And then we have some more of that Autumn Joy sedum. They're great companion plants to this Agastache. So I just wanted to show you the soil I'm working with here, digging in. It's basically like cement. It's as hard as can be. And just to get a little bit of depth, you have to water it. So this is fun. It is finished. Let's take a look at it. I love a little before and after transformation. Those trees are gonna be breathtaking in spring. I'm telling you, the blooms on these Kwanzan cherries are so full. They almost behave like doubles. And the leaves, I just think, are so beautiful on those trees. They're nice and full and thick, and they do really well in our climate. They don't seem to have a lot of diseases, and they handle the salt a little bit better. My neighbor has one along the road, and it doesn't seem to have issues with that. So you see these maples right here. Those are from too much salt. And so right here, I just have the salvia, which is a beautiful spring purple color. I clumped them in about 5 or 6. And then the phenomenal lavender. And then you got your drift of beautiful grasses that provide that interest all spring until fall, especially in fall. They're just so fun to have. And then a lot of white coneflowers. So the way I made this cohesive was I just have groups of them in about 3. So they're kind of like, they'll drift throughout. So I have some salvia right down there, and on the very end, some salvia right there, and then on the very end and right here. And then the lavender kind of does the same thing on the opposite way. And then coneflowers right here. They always look better when you put a mass of coneflowers together. They don't look as great when they're just single plants or kind of small. They look a little bit scraggly that way. So beautiful white coneflowers. Everything is going to be about 2 to 3 feet tall. There are some restrictions in this area regarding park strips. They can't be taller than 3 feet, and they needed to be about 50% full with 4 inches of mulch. Doesn't this look amazing? Great transformation. And then I have the cute little alien balls, like I said earlier, along each pathway. These divide super well, super low maintenance. You can just cut them down in the fall. Another drift of those grasses to kind of pair with those ones over there. Some more of that salvia, the phenomenal lavender, and I did leave some open spaces if they wanted to do some annuals. They don't want a lot of maintenance, so maybe if they get bored, they can fill with some of those beautiful annuals. I love the sweet listen. We recommended that because it just does so well here, and it's so low maintenance and it just spreads. Okay, so here is that front xeriscape that we did, Park Strip. I had to go over to voiceover. I hope that's okay. It was just too loud. This is the Agastache again. This is going to be so beautiful when it's nice and full. I can't wait to show you an update in 3 years, so stay along if you want to wait that long. And this is the Autumn Joy sedum. It gets a little bit brighter pink blooms, and the foliage is a brighter limey green. It's just more green than the other one. I love having this lamb's ear placed along this pathway. It's going to soften it up a little bit. This is the Helen Bonstein variety, and it doesn't really flower very much, so it's not invasive and it won't self-sow like some other lamb's ear varieties. And then we got some lavender right here. So it's showing that it's shady right there, but it gets a lot of sun throughout the day. Some more salvias. And then this is a whisper catmint. So it's a nice pink bloom in the back right here. This is the liatris, sorry. That's going to be pretty, great pollinator plant. And then this is the desert 4 o'clock. It's tiny right here, but this thing spreads and I love it. It's just going to fill up this whole corner. It will soften those curved edges. I don't mind if it flows over a little bit. Cutest bellflowers. One plant will cover a lot of area. And then this liatris is kind of a succession bloomer, so it comes out in summer and you'll get blooms for a very long time. Anyways, sorry about my shadow right there. So that's going to be a fun drift right there as it all starts to fill in. Okay, so I'm back at home. I kind of forgot to do a closing statement. Anyways, it was super fun to do this park strip. A lot of work. It took us about 2 straight days to get all those plants in the ground and get through that tough soil. But I think they are just going to absolutely love it over the next few years, especially as it gets mature and all those plants become really nice and established and reach their full potential. If you are interested in doing your own park strip and you want to save some water, kill that grass, put in some of these plants, and you'll be really satisfied. It adds so much more beauty to your yard than having boring old grass. Consider subscribing and hit the like button if you found this video helpful or if you enjoyed it. I'd like to hear some feedback. If you have any questions, comment down below. And have a great day gardening. We'll talk to you later. Bye.